Hi, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. Got a new topic for you. Who's ever heard of a hot water heater? Or should I rephrase that? Who's never heard of a hot water heater? Okay, I didn't think there'd be many hands rising to be raised. Hot water heaters. Do you know somewhere I saw a statistic that the better hot water heaters, they have a life expectancy, and that's the high-end ones, of about 15 years average. That's the top one. When you go to some of the middle of the grade, they might come in somewhere around 12. If you end up with a lesser one, you're going to be somewhere in the area of 8 to 10 years of average of lifespan. When they go, depending on where they are, they can cause a whole lot of damage. If you have it in the basement, and your basement is a finished basement, that can be tens of thousands of dollars of a loss that you will end up incurring. If you have it on the first floor, and that goes inside your little utility closet, right, that's off the kitchen, and you have a nice carpet or a nice wooden floor in your dining area, maybe it runs into the kitchen, or that's a nice ceramic tile, and then it goes into the living room area, and that hot water heater fails, all that water, you know how much damage that causes? Well, you know what I hear a lot of times from people? Insurance adjusters will come in. Again, we're not going to name any names, but they'll take a look at the label. They'll ask you about how old it is, and they can tell roughly how old that is. You know, serial numbers today, with the advent of the internet and Google and all the different tools that we use, it's not that difficult to surmise of the age of things and their life expectancies and things like that. But you know, I've heard many people tell me how the insurance adjuster looks at things and he comes back and it's a failed heater, okay? And he'll say, you know, you've had this heater, this heater's 19 years old. Now, this was not one of the better ones. At the time, this thing was going to be somewhere around 8 to 10 years. So you got double that, roughly, which was great. But you know what? Because this is so old, this is what's known as a maintenance issue. You had an old heater. I mean, you can tell, you can look at it that it's been around a while, and because you've never fixed it, or I see how you've had some of the piping that coming to it has been touched up, you know, where they had maybe a little bit of a leak before, and they've inserted a new piece. And that would have been the great time when you were doing that to replace the heater because of how old it was. And you elected not to. Well, because you have not maintained this heater to the proper quality, meaning to replace it because it was so old, knowing that it has a certain life expectancy, we're going to have to deny this claim. We can't cover this because you do not have adequate, you have not maintained this in a proper fashion. So what does that mean to the homeowner? Well, the homeowner then means that you have absolutely no protection. You've been paying for a policy, and that would have fallen under a condition or a peril known as accidental discharge of water. But you're being told by the insurance company that that is null and void now. It's been excluded because of its age and that it should have been replaced some time ago. So they're not going to pay. I've had that happen to me several times when I talk to clients, you know, homeowners. They've been told this type of story. And it's not any particular company. It's just from time to time, this is a response from the insurance company of how the claim's going to go. Well, and you can imagine that's very unfortunate for the homeowner. I need to tell you, there's no such thing as that. You know, the fact that you did not replace it at a certain time has nothing to do with anything there. You know, that would have something to do with possibly a warranty issue. But, you know, obviously we're not talking about any type of warranty anywhere. We're talking about purely a functioning unit that was there from the beginning. You've been using it day in and day out, year after year. It's been working fine for you. And all of a sudden, now it has a situation where it fails. You've gotten water all over. It's caused a tremendous amount of damage to the flooring area, and the drywall at times has now sucked up some of that water. So now we're going to be cutting drywall. Obviously, the baseboards have to be replaced. That can get to be a very big claim. And what we need to let you know is that should be paid on. And if you enlist my services, we can make sure it does get paid on. You as the homeowner are somewhat ill-equipped to be able to really go to battle when you are told certain things. But we as public adjusters, we know the policy. We know how to present the policy to the insurance company in the format that needs to be for it to be paid on. And that's why you pay for our services, And that the fee that we charge has nothing to do with coming from your pocket. It comes from our efforts representing you, and then when the insurance company cuts a check, we get a company fee out of that check, and that's how we're compensated. And if we represent you and we're not successful getting you a payment, you owe us nothing. Either we get an insurance check, which is known as the settlement, or we don't. And if we don't, we both are in this together. I mean, we truly are partnering in this situation. We are working alongside you, for you, on your behalf, against the insurance company to file the claim. So we are representing you. The insurance adjuster is representing the insurance company. And as there's the discussion that goes back and forth and the explanation of what took place and what needs to be paid on, what we need to account for in the estimate of line items that have been damaged and now need to be replaced, that's what we do. That's how we address all that. And we do it very well. So guys, if you've had a hot water situation, heater failing, if you know somebody that's had a hot water heater fail, please let them get in touch with me. Reach out. Let me know. We can help you there. There's no question about that. Now, obviously, you have to have insurance, and we need to look at your policy to make sure that your policy will cover for that situation. But once we can determine that real easy, you can email me your declaration page. We'll look it over. If we determine that you definitely have coverage for this type of a loss, we can tell you what we can do for you. We'll come out and do a full inspection and make sure that we list and itemize each and everything that has been damaged. And we're going to go to bat for you to get compensated on that loss. Guys, thank you for listening. This is Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. Please think about what I've said. And if you are in that situation, reach out to me. And even if you've had something happen last year, as long as it's not within 1 year, as long as it's within 1 year, in other words, we did not exceed 1 year period, I can help you. So even if this is 6 months old or 8 months old, I can still come and help you with this decision here and help you with the filing of the claim or reopening of the claim, whether you've taken money for them or not. Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. I'm here to help you. Please give me a call and let's discuss. God bless you.